And so going, because you mentioned all this stuff, do you want to give a quick update on your celibacy?
Yes, I will give a quick update. So still a virgin, still a born again virgin, we'll say. I don't know how long it's been now, because when we shot the first one, it was coming up on the year mark. Yeah,
so we shot it, I think we did it in early July, because you said it was like July 11th or something was your 1 year, July 13th or something.
Yeah.
So we shot it a few days before that, and then the episode posted, I think, like a week or two after that. So we're kind of almost 6 months.
Yeah, so about a year and a half, no sex. But I have made a lot of progress.
That's great.
So I'd mentioned before that I was trying a system where I was just taking the tiniest little baby steps, because I think that I've used that in other parts of my life, and I feel like that sets me up for the highest level of success, because I'm constantly winning, right? If my goals are so small. And I had done a tantric massage session with a good friend here in Vegas.
Like you were being massaged.
I was being massaged by somebody who does this professionally, tantric massage professionally.
Yes.
And very trauma informed and knew how to work with me. And that, it was very illuminating. It was easier in some ways than I expected. There were parts of it that I thought I was going to be like nervous about that I wasn't. And then there were other parts that were triggering that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
And that kind of gave me a baseline of, okay, this is the stuff that I can do, that I'm cool with. This is the stuff that I need to work on. And it's not stuff that you would expect. Like he had put my hand on his abs.
Okay.
And that was triggering for me.
Okay.
And so I had to remind myself, this is a different person. This is, it's not him. It's never going to be him again. And like, you're safe, but it was something so small that made me, and I even started to cry a little bit, because I was so, just like freaked out, and I didn't, and that was embarrassing too. You don't want to like be doing stuff and then you start to cry.
Yeah.
But, I was being very subtle about it, and he was being very understanding, because he's used to doing this kind of touch therapy. And then another thing I worked on this year was like literally like being able to make out, being able to kiss people.
Yeah.
Because I told you I was lamenting about how I had a super hottie who wanted to make out with me, and I was like, I can't. I don't know what to, I just can't. I'm not there. So I've been able to make out like 3 times.
Okay.
In 6 months.
Nice.
And I think I've got like hand stuff down. I think I can do fingering. I think that's like I got that pretty good. That I don't think that like weirds me out anymore or like scares me anymore. I did get my pussy eaten recently.
Okay.
I was not expecting that. That like maybe like oh this is happening. But I got through it and I was okay. I was able to come.
Was it by a guy or a girl?
It was by a guy.
Okay.
But it was by one of my exes that like I think I probably talked about before, that like I keep in my like constant rotation.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Because he's somebody that I've known for a very, very long time, and I'm very, very comfortable with.
Okay.
And he also, I think, didn't know that I was starting so slowly.
Yeah.
Because I have this terrible mistake of like, I'll be ovulating and I'll be very, very horny, and I will sext things that, like the flesh is willing, or whatever, but I want to do it, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking all kinds of shit, like every hole, whatever, I'm just like, use me, fuck me, stuff I would have said, and the sex we used to have back when I had sex. And, because he used to fuck me in the ass like all the time. That was like, the top thing. I mean, in relationships in general, part of the reason why I liked being in relationships is because I could get fucked in the ass all the time as much as I wanted.
And so you only would save that for relationships, or you would just do it in...
No, it's just because it's such a complicated process to like get ready for that.
Yeah,
and you have to kind of trust or know the person that you're with to make sure that they know how to fuck you in the ass, because not everybody knows how, and then you end up getting seriously hurt.
Yeah,
and then you have to go to a hospital and tell a surgeon, I was getting my butt fucked. I hurt myself. So like, you know, he's somebody I trust. And yeah, so in relationships, it's more comfortable, you know, to be able to do that, you know, for me to be like, all right, give me, you know, 20 minutes. I got to go clean my butt out in your bathroom. And then I'll be right. It'll be really fun when I get back.
Do you have an enemas kit back there?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I can keep my enema kit in his house. So he, you know, but he went right for the pussy, like immediately. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, oh, it's actually okay. It's
like,
okay.
Oh, shit.
You know, like it's all right. And so I was, you know, I was really psyched that I was like, all right, checked it off my list. You know,
so that was a breakthrough moment.
That was a breakthrough moment for me. And I was so glad that I was okay with it. Because the last thing I want to do is freak out, cry, you know, like those trauma responses that, you know, are fairly embarrassing. So that went great. And so hopefully he's coming to visit me soon, and maybe we'll have another update. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying not to put expectations on it.
Well, any kind of progress though is you know, as long as it's forward progress.
Exactly. That's what I want. What I don't want is to be, because that's what happened before. Is I kept having sexual encounters that were so bad it would take my progress back, and it would set me back. And I'm constantly trying to move forward with everything that I do. Part of bimbofication is always transforming, always leveling up, trying to be better than you were before at all times. And I've really done that a lot this year. I'm super proud of myself.